What's up YouTube, this is Fate coming at you today with another deck profile, and today I am previewing my X-Saber deck. I consider this to be more of a just for fun deck, not so much in the competitive spotlight right now, but still does plenty of damage, still brings out special summons and synchros like crazy to pretty much do in any build when it gets the combos off. And without further ado, let's get started. Start off with triple X-Saber Fulhelmknight. Gets you your free special summon, essential for kicking off some of your engines of the build. And with that, I run the main level 3 tuner of the build, X-Saber Fulhelmknight. Decides to run 3 of him instead of 2 in the 1 Arabellum, mainly because I consider his negate 1 tech a lot more useful, and his potential special summon when destroying something also really helps. And to help out, we also run the standard triple X-Saber Darksoul. Whenever he leaves the field, he searches. Ridiculous effect. And another heart and soul for the engine, triple X-Saber Faultroll. Special summon him, get free special summons. You can loop with other cards that I will go into in a moment. Once you get this guy going, your special summons are very hard to slow down, and your offense just keeps on going. Next I run 2 X-Saber Emmersblade. Was originally running 3 at the moment, but there is a little bit more effect destruction going around this format, so I had to come back to 2. Next I run 2 X-Saber Pashuuls. Helps me go into my level 8 synchros a little easier with Faultroll, and combos off very nicely into level 5 synchros such as Naturia Beast. Plus provides that extra defense when you're in the pinch. Next to X-Saber Ragigura. Really underrated in my mind. Granted low attack, but getting that extra +1 back to your hand. You can go off on a lot of loops with this guy. Pretty fun. And then for the support, I run 1 Thundered King Rai-Oh, stop the searches. 2 effect failures. Monster effects, don't like them, when they're used against me at least. And 1 tech choice, 1 Grandsoil, the Elemental Lord. Just because you have plenty of graveyard control with Faultroll, Ragigura, as well as other cards in the build. This guy is very much live at key points of the game. Gets you your free special summon of one of your biggest monsters. And you just take control of the field a lot more quicker when you push for game. Now on to the spells. Pretty light lineup for this build. Run Reinforcement of the Army. Run the Pashuuls and the Fulhelmknights. And 2 Fire Formation Tenkis. 5 targets in the Boggart Knights and the Ragigura. Definitely helpful in thinning out the build. And for the other 2 standards, double MST, and my personal staple, Darksoul. Or at least the one staple that I use most of the time. For the traps, I run 2 Gottoms Emergency Call. Definitely think about bumping this up to 3. And 2 Call of the Hunt. Reason why I run 2 and 2, there are times that I would much rather bring my heavier synchro guy from the graveyards. Call of the Hunt can target him, but I seem to be going to the X-Saber synchros a lot more often, so for the sake of this video, I would switch 1 Call of the Hunts out for a 3rd emergency call. 1 Trapstun, essential for pushing for game. 2 Depriz, 1 Compulse, 1 Bottomless, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential. And in place for the second Mirror Force, I run this fun guy, 1 Starlight Road. Don't run into too many scenarios that this card gets used much anymore, but for people that have Torrential sitting in the back row waiting to mess up your big plays, this is just a fun troll card that I brought back into this build, and has already won me a few matches thanks to just the trolliness of it, for lack of a better description. Now on to the extra decks. The level 5s. 1 Ally of Justice Catastor. one Naturia Beast. Run plenty of Earths in this build helps to lock down the opponent a little bit. For the level 6s, I like the return power of Vulcan the Divine. Naturia Barkan shuts down the traps. And to create even more hate for the back row, 2 X-Saber Fulhelmknight. The Destruct 3 back row to open up more plays to push for heavy hits. Definitely essential for this build. Fulhelmknight definitely makes the level 6 engine of the Synchros. For the level 7s, first your standard Black Rose Dragon. And X-Saber Solsa. This guy generally isn't that good, so that's why I run just one in the first place, but he's pretty good free 25 beater with the Boggart Fulhelmknight combo, so he still finds plenty of uses in this build. For the level 8s, I kept it standard: Stardust Spark Dragon, and Scrap Dragon, self-explanatory. For the level 9s, 1 Mistworm, definitely swarm a lot of little monsters, return power, yada yada. And 1 X-Saber Gottoms. Gottoms has a pretty killer effect on top of his massive attack power of discarding cards from the hand by tributing monsters. And if you get certain cards on the field looping, like Ragigura and Faultroll Knight, there's actually a loop that you can go into that you can crush every single card in your opponent's hand, no matter what hand count they're in, and then go in for 3100 damage. Definitely a crippling move when you get going. Next, the Star Eater, pretty essential. And then just to have that 1 Exceeds backup / recycle backup, I have 1 Gottoms Emerald, because if you do get stopped enough, you do run out of plays very quickly, and it's good to have the recurrence behind your back. And for that is my X-Saber deck profile. As always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and until next time.